start the mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights of going.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And up next is the Caps, leader at quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Caps and the Cardinals. And it comes your way next on Madden NFL.
Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, Crosby to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On third down, Cousins. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Peterson. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Up the middle they go. Crosby. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. So, Charles, the season winding down. The playoffs obviously not at Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
That is caught by Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Crosby. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
First down, Cardinals.
They go play action. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a handoff up the middle. Crosby, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Throwing, Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. One of those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Shepard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break the tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 1st down, Sherman. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Sherman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
They'll try the left side. Marshall. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Sherman, and he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 22. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll look to throw here on first down. Robinson's got him. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cardinals' 10-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harrison. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
A gain of 19 yards.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Cousins.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they can't bring him down. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. Shakes off the sack. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Okay, so the penalty on the outside for illegal touching, and they'll have to come back and try it again. On second down, it's Sherman, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it into Marshall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Well, it's certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20-plus. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play fake. Cousins. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed, a lack of great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down now. It's Sherman, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Marshall. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all three timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. Pass incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, Crosby. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. The Giants trying to hold on and claim victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Black Knights looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And that one, all tied. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. For this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On second down, it's Sherman. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
On the return is Peterson. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harrison. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Cousins now on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the red zone now, Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
Again, it's Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that is incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him And we'll step aside for a moment. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. This from 32 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 29, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sherman looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sherman.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard.
Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Crosby. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 46-yard line.
Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Second and 9 now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact. And
taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Caps are able to widen their advantage. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Off the play fake, Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, Cousins. Throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now left side, a completion is tied in. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Sherman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sherman. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end is going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Now a give, right side. Sherman. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
First down, Arizona.
Throwing is Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Sherman. And some room to work. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Flushed out right. And he will slide down with a good gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
1st down. Here's Cousins.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Cousins throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Crosby. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Cousins. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. Quick throw here, that's complete. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Now Cousins. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Bradley. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. That is caught at the 7. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sherman. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 8. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 16. Just over a minute 40 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. A first down throw for Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Cousins now.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Under pressure, and they got to him again. What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for Chicago, they improved their mark to 12-4 with 1 game to go. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.